This is a $3 ESP32 board with a tiny sensor. It streams temperature, humidity straight into the Home Assistant app. No cloud is needed, no monthly subscription, and you can see it live right here. So my wife says the house is freezing. I say it's hot. So we finally decided to measure it. She bought a $20 temperature and humidity sensor for her room from Amazon, and I thought, why would I pay that when I can build something cheaper that does more? So here's the real problem. So she gets this $20 sensor and it shows temperature and humidity, but it doesn't integrate cleanly into my smart home the way I want, and it definitely doesn't do presence detection. So I end up building my own sensor around a $3 ESP32 board. I added a high accuracy temperature and humidity sensor, and the killer feature is human presence detection. All that for around just $10, while buying such sensor can cost over $50. So here's the overall picture of what we are exactly going to build. So we have this ESP32 board. We are going to connect it with temperature and humidity sensor and presence detection sensor as well. Once we do that, we will also do a central hub setup. In my case, I'm using Raspberry Pi. You can easily use Windows as well. And then we are also going to add a light. Let's say the presence detector sensor detects a human presence. It will get triggered, forward that message to our ESP32 board, which will forward it to Raspberry Pi, and Raspberry Pi can turn on or off the light using Wi-Fi, and we will build some automation around it. On the other hand, we are also going to have a smartphone app, but because all this can be very overwhelming, in today's video we are not going to be covering human presence sensor and that smart light and adding all this into a 3D printed box. Okay, so the first question you might have, how did I choose the components? The first one is ESP32 C3 Super Mini board. It's just a super tiny board with GPIOs, BLE, Wi-Fi and a Type-C connector for power. And all that for just $3. And then there is ESP Home, which shows all the supported components list. And the best part about this list is you don't need to write the code for them because that work has already been done by someone else. So I picked up the SHD40, reason being it's very small, it's accurate and it is easy to wire. Wiring is just 4 connections. You give 3.3 volts, ground, SDA and SEL, and here is the picture you can take a screenshot of and then make the connections as is. Now for the initial step, Home Assistant needs to run on a Raspberry Pi. You can run it on Windows as well. Installing Home Assistant on Raspberry Pi is very easy and straightforward. So I'm going to leave some links in the description. You can just follow them as is and leave me any comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help. Once you sign up for the Home Assistant, which is of course free of cost, then this is how you install ESP Home. You need to go to the settings and then you click on add-ons. In the add-ons on the bottom right corner, there is add-on store. You click there and then search for ESP Home and then you click on it and install it. I do not get the install option because I have already installed, so I'm going to just do an update. Once ESP Home is installed, you have to click on Open Web UI and then in the bottom right corner, you have to click on New Device. Now, before we continue, you have to have your ESP32 board connected to your Raspberry Pi. This is the easiest way to install your first image on your ESP32 board. Now once you have done that, you can come back to your PC and click on New Device Setup. Give it whatever name you want. Here I'm giving it Hallway Sensor as the name, and then just click on Next and select the ESP32C3. And then when you click on install for the first time, it might take some time because it's building the image and then going to flash the image on your ESP32 board. Here, this part I have intentionally left in the video just to show you what kind of issue I faced. So you can see it is trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, but then it kept on failing. I looked around on the internet and finally found the reason was that because I had the sensor connected to ESP32, it was taking too much power. ESP32 was having difficulty difficulty connecting to the Wi-Fi. That is why you can just click on the stop button in the bottom right corner, and then we are going to update the YAML file so that we do not see this issue anymore. And then all you have to do is click on the edit button, and here in the Wi-Fi section you have to add these 3 lines so that Wi-Fi related issue will disappear. After that, you can also just leave SHT40 sensor related YAML script as well. Once you have done that, it's all done and ready, and you just have to click on save and then click on install. Congratulations! So you have finally installed successfully your first image on the ESP32, which shows the temperature and humidity reading and is also successfully connected to the Wi-Fi. Now the next step is to add this temperature and humidity reading in the Home Assistant's dashboard so you can easily see the temperature and humidity whenever you want. And then in the next video, of course, we will build automations on top of it. Now before adding the sensor into the dashboard, I will create a new dashboard. I'll go into the settings, then click on the dashboards, then I'll click on add dashboard. I will choose new dashboard from scratch. I'll give it a name. Let's call it Home Sweet Home. You will see in the top left corner now my dashboard Home Sweet Home is visible, and then there are some options which you can choose to decide what kind of UI you want. It's pretty easy, so you can just follow the steps. So to add your device into your Home Assistant dashboard, you have to go into the settings and then click on the devices and services. There you will see the name of your device. In my case, it's hallway sensor. You have to click add and then just click submit. And then once added into your system, you can go into the configured options and click on ESP Home. Here you will see my sensors is showing humidity and temperature reading, and I can click on add to dashboard here. Then it asks to choose a view. Here I am choosing the name that I gave to a new dashboard, which is Home Sweet Home. And then just click on next and add to dashboard. And that's it. Temperature and humidity now shows up in the Home Assistant, and now we can build automations on top of it in the next video. Or let me know in comments what kind of automation you want to see in your home. I can work on it and share a video regarding that with you guys. Thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.